The tragic and suspicious death of Crystal McCrory Jones in Oak Grove, Louisiana, has left her family searching for justice. On February 9, 2023, her husband, Tony Joe Jones, contacted the West Carroll Parish Sheriff's Department, claiming Crystal was not answering his calls and had missed a doctor's appointment. A welfare check led a deputy to a devastating discovery. Crystal was found in her bedroom, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. Authorities ruled her death a suicide within a mere 105 minutes, but her family vehemently disputes this conclusion. Photos from the crime scene revealed troubling details. Crystal's body lay with a pillow over her face and a gun in her hand. Investigators noted that the gun failed to chamber another round, a condition often associated with an unstable grip. Adding to the family's doubts, the shell casing from the fatal shot was not initially found but was reportedly discovered by Tony 9 days later. The family found this highly suspicious, especially when officials claimed the casing was visible in earlier crime scene photos, a claim contradicted by Crystal's sister. Further discrepancies emerged in the coroner's report, which was riddled with errors, including fabricated health conditions and an altered time of death. Key observations, such as bruising on Crystal's hands and thighs and a broken fingernail, were not documented in the report. These details, which could suggest a struggle, were later attributed to post-mortem changes by a forensic pathologist. However, the family's own photographs, taken before Crystal's cremation, challenged this explanation. Tony's behavior following Crystal's death raised even more questions. 2 days before the tragedy, he disabled their home's Ring doorbell camera. After her death, he swiftly sought to claim a $63,000 life insurance policy and insisted on having her body cremated against her family's wishes. This action eliminated the possibility of an independent autopsy. Additionally, Google location records placed Tony near their home at the time of Crystal's death, contradicting his determined to uncover the truth. Jana enlisted renowned cold case investigator Sheila Wysocki. Sheila harshly criticized the sheriff's department for its lack of thoroughness and transparency in handling the case. Despite these efforts, both state and federal authorities declined to reopen the investigation. Frustrated but undeterred, Crystal's family launched a Change.org petition, calling for a comprehensive reinvestigation. As of January 2025, the circumstances surrounding Crystal's death remain unresolved. Her story underscores the devastating impact of unanswered questions and the need for accountability. While her family continues their tireless pursuit of justice, the case serves as a haunting reminder of the importance of rigorous investigations and the human cost of neglecting the truth. "17-year-old Jessica Wallace faced a challenging life in foster care, often running away in search of freedom and solace. In August 2001, while in the state's custody at the home of the Innocents in Louisville, Kentucky, Jessie decided to visit her boyfriend in Taylor County. That decision marked the last time anyone saw her alive. She was last seen walking alone along Slate Creek Road, a desolate stretch near the Marion and Taylor County line. At first, her disappearance was dismissed as another runaway incident, leaving her case to languish in obscurity. For 2 long years, there was no trace of Jessie. Then, on March 29, 2003, a grim discovery was made. Her skeletal remains were found in a wooded area not far from where she was last seen. Small pieces of duct tape lay nearby, but forensic analysis failed to yield any useful DNA evidence. The absence of trauma on her bones left her cause of death a mystery, though Kentucky State Police classified her death as a homicide. The tragic discovery offered no closure, only deepened the unanswered questions. The case took a sinister twist when Jessie's mother, Deborah Flannery, received an anonymous phone call before authorities officially identified the remains. The chilling voice on the line stated, "Jessica is dead," and then abruptly hung up. The cryptic phrasing led investigators to consider the possibility of an accidental death, though no concrete evidence supported this theory. For Deborah, the hope that her daughter had simply moved to Florida was shattered, replaced by the agony of knowing she would never return. Despite the discovery of her remains, Jessie's case remains unresolved. Investigators have yet to name any suspects, and significant figures in her life, including her boyfriend and his cousin, remain under scrutiny. Rumors and leads have come and gone, but no one has been held accountable for her death. Jessie's story highlights the vulnerabilities of children in foster care, whose lives often lack the stability and protection they desperately need. The systemic gaps in support and investigation have left her family with lingering pain and unanswered questions. As of January 2025, Jessica Wallace's case remains unsolved, a haunting reminder of the lives cut short and the justice that remains elusive. Jessie's legacy is one of heartbreak and perseverance. Her family continues to search for answers, refusing to let her story be forgotten. For now, the woods along Slate Creek Road hold the secrets of what happened to Jessica Wallace, waiting for the truth to come to light. A 19-year-old mother from Jacksonville, Florida, disappeared under mysterious circumstances on June 19, 1983. A graduate of New Stanton High School, Charlotte had a 3-year-old son, Raymond, whom she was raising with her high school sweetheart, Henry Manns. On Father's Day, the couple planned a movie date near Regency Square Mall. However, the evening took a troubling turn. According to Manns, Charlotte became upset after seeing him speaking with another woman. Manns claimed she refused to leave with him, and that marked the last time anyone saw her. Henry Manns was far from an ordinary boyfriend. During the 1980s, he was a notorious figure in Jacksonville's drug trade, controlling nearly 30% of the county's crack cocaine market. Known for his violence and intimidation, Manns' criminal empire cast a long shadow over the community, likely discouraging witnesses from coming forward about Charlotte's disappearance. Investigators struggled to make progress in her case, as fear and silence prevailed. In 1988, Manns was arrested during a major drug bust involving multiple individuals. Authorities seized his property, including firearms, cash, and vehicles. Among those caught in his orbit was his then-girlfriend, Carissa Booth, who was set to testify against him. Tragically, Booth and her cousin, LaWanda Singletary, vanished before they could take the stand. Their skeletal remains were discovered in 1989, adding another layer of suspicion and violence to Manns' legacy. Despite his extensive criminal history, Manns managed to avoid significant penalties. In 2007, he began cooperating with prosecutors, leading to his release from prison. However, his reintegration into society stirred controversy. Manns benefited from Jacksonville's property donation program, acquiring land intended for affordable housing development. The program faced criticism when it was revealed that many recipients, including Manns, failed to use the properties as intended, further tarnishing his reputation. Meanwhile, Charlotte's disappearance remains unresolved, leaving her family with decades of unanswered questions. Described as 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighing 160 pounds, Charlotte's last known location was near the Regency Square Mall. Her case has become a symbol of the long-lasting harm inflicted by Manns' criminal activities and the justice system's failure to provide closure. As of January 2025, Charlotte Denise Doles is still missing. Her disappearance continues to haunt her loved ones and serves as a tragic reminder of the dangers posed by unchecked criminal empires. The silence surrounding her case highlights the lingering fear and mistrust that Manz's reign of terror instilled in the community. For Charlotte's family, the search for answers persists, as they refuse to let her story fade into obscurity. The shadow of Henry Manz looms large, but so does the hope that one day the truth about Charlotte's fate will finally come to light. These three cases are stark reminders of lives interrupted and justice delayed. As families continue their fight for answers, these unresolved mysteries highlight the critical need for accountability, persistence, and compassion in the search for truth.